Now, first at 5, more vaccine is headed to the Hoosier State. How much and when it may be offered to a new age group?
We need more vaccine. The more vaccine we get, the more effective we could be.
How leaders and fishers are working to make sure they are ready to ramp up vaccination efforts when additional doses become available.
I don't think there's going to be ever another person like him, to be honest.
Tonight, a family remembers their loved one taken too soon by COVID-19.
From the station working for you, this is WRTV News at 5, streaming now.
We begin first at 5 with the WRTV Storm Team Alert Day. Some light snow is falling in central Indiana. These pictures are from Greencastle.
And what a sight it is. The Indy Snow Force now out treating the roads just to be safe. We want to get right to Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory here at 5 to see how long this will stick around and how much to expect tonight. Kevin.
And thank you, Mark and Amanda. Let's talk about the variability that you'll find in central Indiana right now. Just saw Greencastle. This is the view from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway toward downtown. The visibility has dropped in the metro area of Indianapolis, but still not enough to cover there at the Motor Speedway. Let's jump to Bloomington, where you've had snow for a couple of hours and visibility down under a half mile and a nice cover of snow as you look at the campus there in Bloomington. So that's our range of conditions. This should last through 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. Visibilities will change with the snow, especially south of Interstate 70. Roads become slick as temperatures are below freezing. There's a look at the snow now, and as expected, really the cutoff seems to be for accumulating snow right along Interstate 70 when you go into Morgan, Johnson, Shelby counties, and south. Snow intensity picks up a bit, and we can follow that by also looking at your visibility down to under a mile as you go from Cloverdale and Greencastle down to Spencer, Bloomington, and Bedford. As far as the timing, this slides off to the east by the time we get to 10 and 11 o'clock tonight. As far as snowfall totals, should be an inch or less in the metro area. Some spots to the south may see a total of 2 inches of snow, maybe a touch more. This is the first weather system we talked about. There's another larger storm system to think about for the weekend. We'll do that coming up.
We'll see you in just a few minutes, Kevin. Thank you. A big announcement today from Governor Holcomb when it comes to getting more Hoosiers vaccinated against COVID-19. The state will begin receiving 13,000 additional doses each week. This will also help the state expand eligibility, and Governor Holcomb says he hopes to open vaccine appointments to those 65 and older within the next week. This is a welcome announcement for health departments in our area. WRTV's Megan Sanctorum spoke with city leaders and fishers who say they have plans in place and are ready to start vaccinating more Hoosiers.
When it comes to making sure eligible Hoosiers get vaccinated, Fishers Mayor Scott Fadness says he's taking a proactive and aggressive approach.
It was just one of those things that we wanted to get right.
Earlier this week, they opened this mass vaccination site inside a former grocery store. Earlier this month, they released a vaccine interest survey, which allowed them to create a database of residents interested in getting the vaccine and those willing to be on standby lists. And today, members of the Fishers Fire Department begin vaccinating residents at assisted living facilities, bringing the shot right to them.
We are in a great position to fill that gap and meet the needs of our community.
The fire chief says his crews will also begin delivering the vaccine to eligible Hoosiers who are unable to leave their home. All they're waiting on now.
We need more vaccine. The more vaccine we get, the more effective we could be.
And soon, additional doses will be on the way. The state will get around 13,000 more each week. That's about a 16% increase. Mayor Fadness says they have plans in place and they're ready to ramp up vaccination efforts as more become available.
Then as more vaccine becomes available, we will scale up immediately and should be able to handle anything that the state and the federal government is willing to provide to us. We'll be able to take and not only provide that to our Fishers residents quickly, but really anyone in the region or the state that needs that, we'll be there doing it until everyone gets a shot.
Keeping Hoosiers safe and providing hope.
It's already starting to breathe life and optimism into our community, and that's the rewarding part to each one of us that work here.
Working for you, Megan Sanctorum, WRTV.
Well, during today's press briefing, the governor said he is confident each county will be able to handle administering the additional doses. The state is also working with Kroger, Meijer, and Walmart to set up vaccination locations there as well. We have more details about that on the news at 5:30. More and more Hoosiers are getting vaccinated. As of this morning, more than 477,000 people had received their first dose, and nearly 113,000 are fully vaccinated.
When you take a look at how Indiana is doing county by county with coronavirus activity, there has been massive improvement in the last couple of weeks. This is the latest county metrics map released today. The colors show different levels of restrictions depending on how high activity is. You can see only 5 counties are now in the worst or highest category of red. 2 weeks ago, the majority of the state was in red. Now, most counties are in the level 2 stage of orange, and 8 have actually gone down to the yellow category. And Governor Holcomb and state health officials see the changing landscape on that COVID map as a prime reason for cautious optimism. For now, officials say they are hyper-focused on getting the vaccine to more Hoosiers and at a quicker rate. Today, they revealed what they're going to start rescheduling appointments earlier so they can move to the next eligible group, ages 65 through 69, hopefully by next week. The Health Commissioner, Dr. Christina Box, has a message for counties that are skirting the rules.
We are hearing reports around the state of local health departments that are opening vaccine to people who are not yet eligible. This creates confusion across the state and puts those who are at greatest risk of being hospitalized or dying from this disease in a position where they might not be able to get the vaccine that they are eligible for.
Governor Holcomb, meanwhile, says he is encouraged by the fact that the average 7-day positivity rate continues to trend down. It's now at 9.1%. The first time it's been under 10% in the last several months. However, the governor is not ready to ease his executive order limiting capacities at public gatherings and requiring face masks in public. He's just extended that order until February 28th. And the number of new positive cases has ticked up a bit again. It's back over 2,260 to be exact. All of those results were recorded yesterday. The number reported Tuesday was about 1,700. 40 more Hoosiers have died with COVID, and those deaths occurred between January 2nd and yesterday.
As thousands across the country mourn the loss of loved ones to COVID-19, we want to help make sure these people are not forgotten and not just a number. And that's why we're sharing stories of Hoosiers who have died with COVID-19. Tonight, our Alyssa Donovan shares the story of Jeff Lewis and the family that loved him so very much.
He was always very outgoing and well-liked, had a lot of friends.
Jeff Lewis was a bit of a free spirit, even when he was very young. He spent his life out in nature as much as he could and working with his hands.
Loved the outdoors, loved to hunt arrowheads, phenomenal taxidermist, welder, very good artist.
He wasn't about material things. I never saw him drive a car. He lived in Noblesville and walked everywhere in Noblesville.
Known for his self-taught wisdom and the impact he left on his children and grandchildren.
Very intelligent guy, very, very good with kids. And he was always a teacher to my kids.
Lewis suffered from COPD and was living in an assisted living facility when he contracted COVID-19. He was transferred to a hospital for treatment, but never recovered, passing away on January 3rd. His family says it all happened so fast.
Nobody got to say goodbye. Nobody.
His daughter and his grandson, those are the only ones.
At 66 years old, his exceptional life was cut short, and his family is left wishing for more moments and memories with their beloved uncle, brother, and father.
He was very extraordinary in the sense that he was intelligent, talented, simple, loving, and that's what makes it so devastating how, he passed away. It was just unbelievable.
He's in a better place now.
We'd still rather have him here with us.
Yeah, we would.
No matter how big-hearted you are or how empathetic you are or how many times you watch someone's family members crying because they couldn't see them when they were going, they couldn't see them when they were sick, you don't really comprehend that devastation until it happens to you.
I'm Alyssa Donovan, WRTV.
If you've lost someone to COVID-19 that was close to you, connect with us. We want to share their story so that those taken from us are never forgotten. You can reach out to us at facesofcovid@WRTV.com.
It's more than just a bright idea, setting the table for jobs in high demand. I'm Rafael Sanchez. That story coming up on WRTV.
And you see the stories our journalists research, report, write, and edit every day, but that's the finished product. How does it all happen? We take you behind the scenes to help you understand why WRTV is a trusted news source.
And happening now, snow across central Indiana. This is the view in Putnam County. Happening this weekend, a stronger storm system. Details ahead.
50 allowance.
IPS students interested in careers in healthcare can get a leg up on their employment goals while still in high school. Hardin Educational Institute is working with Crispus Attucks and Arsenal Tech high schools to expand their healthcare program offerings with pre-apprentice type opportunities called State Earn and Learn programs. More than 450 students are enrolled. They can earn up to 40 college credits toward an associate degree at Ivy Tech and get paid on the job training in addition to their classroom work. There is also a program geared toward adults.
Hiring Hoosiers is our commitment to connect you to jobs daily, also to training programs and other resources to benefit you and your family. One of the city's largest employers is investing in the classroom of the present with an eye on preparing a future workforce for jobs in demand today and tomorrow. WRTV's Rafael Sanchez takes us to school.
Brett Schultz is wired to learn the basics of electricity. Mastering the circuit board is key to this HVAC training.
I'm doing this class, so hopefully I can create my own business.
Brett is not only interested in becoming an electrician, but also plans to get a plumbing certification.
Big dream is probably commercial. I'm probably gonna start off in residential and then work my way up.
This program at the Area 31 Career Center is part of the Wayne Township Schools. It received a boost from Carrier, which provided $45,000 in funding over 3 years and equipment for training.
With our ability to provide Carrier equipment for real-world training, we're able to help develop the next generation of HVAC technicians.
The company, with a furnace-making plant on the west side of Indianapolis, believes the investment will help address the pending shortage of air conditioning and furnace technicians in Indiana and across the country.
You could work on residential equipment, which is real-world heating and cooling equipment. You could also work in the light commercial side of the house, so you could work on hospital equipment or office building or retail buildings. There really is a lot of opportunities that training like this could generate.
The Career Center also offers a night session for adults seeking similar HVAC training.
Our state government understands how important these programs are to the economy as well as the livelihood of individuals living in our community.
Brett knows a lot is on the table. He plans to remain plugged in, knowing his future depends on it. Working for you, Rafael Sanchez, WRTV.
And a thank you to teacher Corey Darling. He's been on the job for 12 years. The Area 31 Career Center offers 29 other career and technical programs. It's located on the campus of Ben Davis High School. The pandemic has forced many companies to slash jobs, meaning thousands are unemployed. And at the same time, some people filing for unemployment haven't received their benefits. Working for you with team coverage, we're getting answers to some of your main questions, including why some of you haven't received your benefits, when you could get them, and how to apply for unemployment if you haven't done so before. That's all new at 6 tonight.
Kevin Gregory joins us now with a look at our forecast, and we do have some snow in parts of central Indiana. Kevin.
It's happening now, and a stronger system for the weekend, Amanda. A little tease towards Saturday and Sunday. Take the steps carefully as you go outside. This is southern Bartholomew County. Dave Mulder with the picture with ongoing snow. I'll mention many spots to the south already with an inch. Unionville, Spencer, Brownstown, 1.5 inches in Vincennes as the snow started there a little sooner during the afternoon hours. Let's talk about spring conditions. There's the view from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, enough that you're starting to see the road course start to get covered and the visibility has changed. Out into Putnam County we go. You can see the snow has been there a little longer and it's had a greater impact. Roads still, you can see the path where the cars are taking. Another stop, we're going down to Monroe County in Bloomington. The snow ongoing and approaching 1 inch in many spots. Not quite that much on the streets, though, as this has been melting some on contact. Again, this winds up fairly quickly in the world of weather. By 10 p.m. in most spots, the biggest impact is where it's happening now, south of Interstate 70, with road conditions changing and visibility changing. Fairly sharp cutoff in the accumulating snow. Once you go north of Indy, not nearly as much. South, that 1 to maybe isolated 2-inch amounts in total. There's a timeline by 9, and then by 11, this will be left behind. There'll be some snow showers off of Lake Michigan to continue. There's your snowfall potential. These are what we expect between now and 11 o'clock tonight. Temperatures tomorrow with sunshine. That's the key. Sunshine returns both tomorrow and on Friday. Temperatures stay on the cold side, though, as you can see. Friday temperatures at least make it above freezing with lots of sunshine around. The weekend forecast, after we have our dry and sunny Friday, it gets more complicated. The storm system will have a lot more moisture to work with. That means greater potential for snow accumulation. But the problem, a wintry mix likely at times. Where it stays all snow would bring the greatest potential for the largest snowfall we've had this season. And that seems to be most likely over the northern half of the viewing area. But notice how tight that is. You've got snow, a wintry mix of rain and snow, and then rain south of Interstate 70. And this is just one model and one model run. So I think we'll see a lot of variability here, but the potential's there for the largest snow of the season in spots. And I capitalize and spell out potential, P-O-T-I-A-L. Sunshine Thursday, Friday, then that wintry mix and snow over the weekend, and then we're back to calming things down early next week. But be careful next few hours out and about as roads becoming slick, especially south of Indy. Amanda.
Thank you, Kevin. This week is National Media Literacy Week, and we are not talking about literacy as in reading the news. We're talking about understanding how news is reported so you can be a smart consumer of media. We here at WRTV want to be transparent and open with you. WRTV's Lauren Casey takes you behind the scenes of how we put together a story for TV.
WRTV talked with Bruce Lech right before he got his COVID-19 vaccine here at Aspen Trace.
You see the final product on your screen or social media feed. A news report like this one our Troy Washington put together about nursing home residents getting vaccinated.
In 28 days, residents will get their second dose of the shot.
It's our final product for you, the consumer, like a gift with a ribbon on it. But let's unpack this and go back. Rewind all the way to the beginning of our workday. Our team collects story ideas from a number of places, our communities.
This is my work from home setup here in Fishers, Indiana.
Social media scrolling, sometimes tips from you.
At least 2 a week of people that just drive off the road.
We see your posts, read your emails.
Indianapolis DPW tells WRTV that in the past 3 years, 15 collisions have occurred at the intersection.
But no matter where the ideas come from, they eventually land here.
Maybe they do have some numbers. When these big sporting events come in, right? What is the ripple effect?
Prior to the pandemic, this conference room was filled every day with people and story ideas. We've since moved those meetings to Zoom.
Just what they're seeing, how they've persevered through the pandemic.
We work as a team sharing story ideas.
I have a Zoom interview with her today.
Resources. Figuring out the most effective way to share this news in a way that best serves you. And then once we agree on the stories for the day or the week ahead, we get down to business.
For many people, when they're thinking about retiring, they have that date in mind and circled on their calendar.
Making calls, conducting interviews.
You sometimes feel just like overwhelmed with the amount of information.
Yeah, for sure.
Shooting video. Sometimes our crew in the field includes a photographer and a reporter. But sometimes we work alone.
3, 2, and 1.
Writing and editing and writing some more. And when the story's ready for air, our team of producers, editors, managers, they give it another set of eyes and place it in the shows that you then see at home. Working for you, Lauren Casey, WRTV.
Little look at our day there. So the most important thing is that we are here to serve you. So we need and welcome your ideas, questions, and feedback. You can easily connect with us by sending us a message on social media or by emailing us at news@WRTV.com. And if you want to help us tell your stories, here's some things we may ask from you. What problem are you facing? Who have you contacted to get it resolved? Or what steps you have already taken before we jump in? Who is impacted? Is it just you, or could a lot of people be facing a similar problem? Plus, we also love sharing your good news and highlighting positive things happening in our communities.
So proud of the team we work with, too. So thank you to everyone in the field as well. Still ahead here on the news at 5, the Bernie Sanders mitten meme is everywhere. How one artist is helping to make it a more permanent image.
Right now.
Bernie Sanders and his Inauguration Day mittens are everywhere these days. The memes showing the Vermont senator in famous places and with famous people, they've gone viral. But while memes might be fleeting, a tattoo is a lot more permanent. A Denver, Colorado tattoo artist is taking the now famous Sanders inaugural pose and mittens to a whole new level. A tattoo of Bernie, pictures of which have also gone viral.
I just don't think all tattoos need to be the most significant, profound, deep thing you've ever thought of. Like, let's be silly. Like, I like to be silly. Why not? Especially in today's world, like, find your happiness where you can.
It fit there really well. And so the idea of having him tucked in with a bunch of other stuff it's just how the meme worked, and it made sense to me as a tattoo. Make good tattoos in Denver, good mittens in Vermont. That's what it's all about, baby.
And there he is on the leg. The artist has also received other requests to have the Bernie meme live on with their own tattoos.
Interesting choice. Still ahead at 5:30, making the coronavirus vaccine available at more places. The neighborhood pharmacies joining the effort and what you need to know about making an appointment.